What are your thoughts on the QAnon conspiracy theorists? You know, the thing about conspiracy theorists is that you never judge them by the things that they say. They never get accountability. Alex Jones has this problem. If you listen to Alex Jones in the 1990s, and you actually take his predictions and you map them, you'll find that almost all of his predictions were wrong. They didn't happen. Then in the 2000s, he got a little bit more clever and he figured out how to speak in a way where he wasn't so committal, but there were still issues there. And they were all wrong. It's just like the religious scholar who says the doomsday is coming. I think Pat Robertson even played at that game, but a lot of them did. They wrote books. Oh, the world's coming in this year in 1980 something. The world is coming in here. The world is coming in here, right? The doomsday cult people. The world is coming. Then it doesn't happen. There's always some divine reason or revelation for that. So QAnon is the latest instantiation of this. It may be a state actor like Russia or China purposely creating propaganda, or a small group of very clever shit posters doing it. But basically, they believe that some cabal of child molesting New World Order people who are cannibals and Satan worshipers are basically in control of the whole show. And Trump or some hero had emerged to basically put them all in jail and kill all of them, right? And then every time it didn't happen, they moved the goalposts. They called it the storm. Don't worry, Trump won't leave office. I was making videos in December and January, and I had people commenting, Charles, you don't know what you're talking about. Biden will not be president. The storm is coming. They just believe these things. And then it didn't happen. And some lost to faith. Other ones go, oh, it's part of a broader plan now. It's a broader plan, bigger plan. We've got to figure this out. Why does this exist? Because people want to believe the world can be so simple that a small cabal of people are actually controlling it. And all the things that happen that are evil are part of a broader plot to somehow control and dominate. The real truth of the matter is the world is complicated, interdependent, filled with black swan events, incompetence, factions that war with each other all the time, and no good answers and lots of gray areas and tons of conflicts on values. And the people at the top aren't geniuses. They're like you and me. I've met them. I know them. I've hung out with them. Well, I've had dinner with a lot of these people. Believe me when I tell you, you would not, if you were at a bar sitting down with this person, be so in awe to say that they're so special that they should be God of the world. No, no, no. They're just like you and me, but with domain knowledge and perhaps more charisma. But at the end of the day, they're special. They're not special in any sense. There's a lot of these bureaucrats and government people, and you put them together and you got a government. And then the government does its best job and it tries to figure it out. And everybody's playing this very complex game. And stuff happens. And sometimes stuff happens that completely surprises you. Like someone gets assassinated, or a bomb goes off, or someone didn't do something they were supposed to do, or someone loses an election. If there was a New World Order cabal, do you honestly believe something like Brexit or the election of Trump could occur? These are glitches in a system where people think they've constructed something for control and it doesn't work. So it shows you we're not so good at that as human beings. So these QAnon conspiracy theorists are just the latest in many generations of conspiracy theorists who like to believe they got it all figured out and that simplicity will come. So let's say, for the sake of the argument, there was a cannibalistic New World Order satanic cabal of child molesters running the world, and Trump did purge all of them. What happens the morning after? How deep does it go? Is Bill Gates a serpent person? We all have quantum dots in us now and microchips from the vaccines. How do we undo that? And how many millions of people must be in on your conspiracy for it to work? How many people are culpable and guilty and are just going to go and commit genocide and kill 10 million people, execute 100 million people, the evil ones who are complicit in this grand conspiracy against the public? Until what end? To depopulate all of us? That's not working so well. When we started talking about depopulation back in the 1980s and 70s, the UN was real scared about it. Somehow the population curve keeps going up. My God, we'll end this century probably with 10 to 11 billion people. So their depopulation plans are failing miserably. Maybe it's something else. It's dominate and control our lives. Oh, okay, great. Why does the internet still exist? Oh, but it won't. Who knows? Why do I exist then? Why does cryptocurrency exist? Why do I have the freedom to go literally talk about how I'm going to go build a parallel governing structure for the entire world? I must be part of the New World Order then, right? Because there can't be resistance to that movement. That's what QAnon would say. You have to think for yourself, and you have to step outside of conspiratorial thinking. And the first and most valuable lesson in life you can learn is to eschew confidence. Confidence does not equal competence. It's a valuable lesson. And the slow way is the fast way, always. Take your time, be humble, admit that you don't know everything, and admit that the world is very, very complex and complicated. And then even amongst domain experts, they get tripped up all the time. And start with values and principles and work your way from there. And you'll find a lot of these things don't matter.